Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to address a comment that really stood out to me. Someone said under one of my videos, overstayers in America are criminals. Now, I get that everyone has their own opinion, but I think this is a topic that needs real conversation because things aren't always so black and white. Many people don't overstay because they want to break the law. They do it because they're stuck in a difficult situation, caught between a rock and a hard place. And a lot of them are just trying to survive and support their families back home. But at the same time, they live in constant fear of deportation. Can you imagine the stress? So in this video, I'm going to break it all down, why people overstay, the struggles they face, and whether we should really be calling them criminals. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. People just don't overstay in a country for the fun of it, usually because they're caught in a desperate situation where returning home would mean plunging themselves and their families into deeper poverty. Many undocumented immigrants are the main breadwinners, sending money back to their families who depend on them for survival. For someone coming from Jamaica or other Caribbean countries, or indeed any African countries where economic opportunities can be limited, the choice becomes stay and work illegally, struggling with the fear of deportation, but at least earning something to support their family, returning home to a life of joblessness, poverty, and hopelessness where even basic needs might be hard to meet. Many of these individuals originally came legally, often on a visa, work permit, or student visa, but circumstances forced them to stay longer. Some may have come with the invitation of their families, but circumstances still force them to stay longer. They might have found better opportunities and felt pressure to stay to support their families. Returning home too soon could mean wasted opportunities when they still have the chance to build a better future abroad. The cost of living in Jamaica is high and job opportunities can be very scarce, especially for those who left years ago and have no solid job waiting for them back home. So while overstaying is illegal, it's important to understand the human side of the issue. Nobody wants to live in hiding, constantly looking over their shoulder, in fear of immigration raids. But when survival is at stake, people will take risks to create a better life for their children, parents, and extended family back home. Governments often focus on law enforcement but ignore the root causes why people are forced to overstay in the first place. If countries work to create better economic opportunities at home, fewer people would feel the need to risk everything abroad. So leave your thoughts in the comment. What do you think about, the fact that these people have overstayed and what they might be going through? Do you know anybody in this similar circumstance? And what is your advice for anyone in that position, especially if you've experienced something like that in your own life or somebody you know have experienced this in their own life? So it's essential to realize that these policies are not just political decisions. They have real world consequences for millions. So instead of people saying that, overstayers are criminals, they have to realize the broader implication, and countries need to strive for a better solution. So being in a country undocumented is no easy way of life for many people. It's not a choice, but a situation they find themselves in because of desperation, survival, or a broken system that makes legal migration almost impossible. Now, with these new immigration crackdowns, and the situation is about to get even harder, especially for people in Africa and the Caribbean who have been living in the US without proper status. When you are undocumented, your life is filled with fear. Every day they wake up, what people wake up wondering if today is the day immigration officials will come knocking. You're constantly looking over your shoulder, avoiding places where you might get caught and even afraid to seek medical care when you're sick. Then there's the issue of work. Many undocumented immigrants take on low paying, under the table jobs where they are exploited, but they are doing all of this to support their family and to keep food in their mouth. Employers know that they can get away with paying less because undocumented workers have no legal standing to complain. And now with Trump talking about the largest deportation operation in American history, these workers are even more vulnerable. They can be snatched up at any moment, leaving families back home struggling because the little money they used to send is now gone. There's a lot more to being an overstayer than being a criminal. The mental stress of being undocumented is something that people talk about. Imagine not being able to visit your family for years because you know that if you leave, you won't be able to come back. Imagine having children in the US, but fearing every day that you might be taken away from them and be deported to a country they don't even know. The anxiety is constant and it wears people down. So, with all of this happening, what's the future for undocumented immigrants, and what about those who are hoping to migrate legally? So, guys, leave your thoughts in the comment. What do you think about this situation? What's your view on the comment that overstayers are criminals? Have yourself a blessed day. One love.